Hi, my name's Deanna and I'm an animal behaviourist. We're going to imagine that you've got a new puppy. Here he is. And I'm going to talk to you today about making the most of this puppy's sensitive period of development. Alright, so I'm going to show you now about the sensitive period of development and how you can utilise this to your advantage to prevent behaviour problems. So the sensitive period of development is a window of opportunity in time that you have with your puppy between 3 and 16 weeks of age. Depending on breed, it can vary somewhat. It can extend further than 16 weeks, but that all depends on the specific breed of your puppy. Okay, so what we want to do within this sensitive period of development is expose your puppy in the correct way to lots of different experiences. Your puppy is extremely impressionable, but it's not going to question things at this time. It's not going to have a fearful response to things. So this is why it's really important. So what we want to do is get your puppy used to a whole heap of different experiences in a positive way. Now how we do that is, first of all, we need to use a shaping cue, such as wow. I like wow because it's exciting. Yep. We're going to shape your puppy when it moves into one of these new experiences. You're going to say wow and then introduce them to a new experience. Yeah. So at home you're going to teach them wow and give them a treat. Wow, give them a treat. You're going to continually do this until when you would say wow, they look up to you expecting something good. Now we're going to use this when we're going into new experiences. So there's lots of different things now that we're going to go through within a sensitive period of development with our puppy. Everything that your puppy may experience as an adult dog. And you're going to do this in a positive way. And you have a positive association to these things. Because the kick is, if he has a negative association to these things, they can also form a lasting impression. They get drawn onto this canvas, and this canvas at 16 weeks is going to get framed and hung on the wall, and that's your end dog. Okay, so we're going to keep putting on all these different experiences, and we're going to be working really hard throughout this period to introduce puppy to everything he might need to be introduced to as an adult dog. We might, in some instances, get things wrong. We're human. We might introduce him to, he might be exposed to an angry man in the street, and he might have a negative association to people shouting as a result or something like that. If that's the case, what we need to do is offset that negative experience with creating shouting and that kind of thing that scared him as a positive thing. So then you're going to pretend to be an angry man, and you're going to ask people to pretend to be an angry man, and you're going to go wow, and you're going to give a treat until he's used to the fact that actually angry men are a good thing. There's nothing to be worried about. Okay, so a person on a skateboard, we're going to seek out children who may be playing on skateboards or noisy equipment, and we're going to go wow as a skateboard comes past, so that his impression of that noisy equipment is positive. We're going to take him for drinks at the cafe with us. We're not just going to go with our friends, we're going to take puppy with us. We're going to walk around a busy town. We're going to visit the vets with puppy in our arms. We're going to walk if he's not fully vaccinated. You don't walk him around the town. You can carry him around. You know, you can walk him where you know there's not likely to be other dogs. When he's fully vaccinated, we're going to go to off-leash dog park, still within that sensitive period of development. We're going to ride in a car. So we're going to be doing all these different things with them. You see, there's a lot of things on here. On your painting, you're drawing all these positive experiences. Puppy's exposed to all these things in the right way, is having a positive association to all of these things. It's really important that you do these things right. And he does build a positive association. It's not just a matter of you dragging him into lots of different experiences. Okay? You're going to get some, he's going to have some negative experiences. He may even have some before he comes to you. So your canvas may not be blank to begin with. There may be a couple of negative associations that he's had before he's come into your care. Because remember, that sensitive period of development is from 3 to 16 weeks of age. So maybe he had a negative experience with next door's cat from the people where you got him from. Okay, and he's having negative association next door cat. Is very impressionable at that age, therefore he's going to think of, could potentially think of cats as fearful. Yeah. So he's done all these different things within the 16 weeks of age. That's what you're aiming for, your canvas to be full of all the positive experiences, very few negatives, and if you know he's had a negative experience, you're offsetting that negative experience with as many positive associations to that same thing within that time frame. Now, what most people do, because they're not aware of the importance of the sensitive period of development, is they'll just do their general, normal daily life things with puppy throughout that 16 weeks. But they won't be thinking about everything puppy needs to be exposed to as an adult dog, and how impressionable they are at that time, to get them used to those things as a positive thing. So they'll end up doing about, maybe half, sometimes less, but their canvas is not going to be full. There's going to be a lot of space, a lot of missed opportunities of things that they should have been doing with their dog to prevent them from potentially having fearful or anxious responses to those things once the hazard avoidance behaviour kicks in. Unfortunately, what can happen is some people maybe keep their puppy just locked in isolation at home. And within this sensitive period of development, what that means is their canvas is extremely bare. They're not utilising that sensitive period of development. There's lots of lost opportunities going by. So they're doing very few things. At the 16 weeks, their canvas gets hung and framed on the wall. This is what puppy's going to have positive associations to, and anything else, it's going to start questioning, and its hazard avoidance behaviour is going to kick in. It's going to start questioning whether that thing is positive or negative. So they've missed that essential impressionable window, if you like. So you'll find tips in your puppy guide as to how to socialise your puppy in a safe way during the time that they're being fully vaccinated. So make sure you read that within the puppy book. But unfortunately, this puppy is going to be and this puppy's owner is going to be left with a much harder job and opening themselves up to potential behavioural issues as a result of not working hard within the sensitive period of development. I've designed up a socialisation checklist for you. So basically this allows you to build your canvas with your puppy. So this is great because you can just pop this straight on the fridge, and it reminds you, it's like homework for puppy, if you like. So you're going to go to the fridge and you're going to see, yeah, I need to remember to do positive associations to puppy whilst he's in his sensitive period of development to lots of different things. And you'll have a whole checklist of different things to make sure you expose puppy to in the right way. Now you need to think about your particular lifestyle. I've done all the main components that people might need to do with an adult dog on this list, but your lifestyle may mean that you might need to think about adding extra boxes on the list here of what your dog might need to experience as an adult dog, and make sure those things are included within your socialisation checklist, if you like. And what you'll see here is you've got not just one box, you've got multiple boxes. So that's to remind you that to really cement a positive association, we need to have a number of different positive associations to the same thing. So you can use this as a guide to remind you to do everything you need to do to have a well-adjusted dog. So you can tick off the boxes, you can see how much progress you've made, you can see what you've got left to do. On the back of your socialisation checklist, you've got full instructions of how to use it. If you've forgotten everything that I've said throughout this video, it will be there for you on the back here, reminding you about your positive association words, telling you how exactly to expose your puppy in a positive way, and reminding you that negative associations also will get painted on your canvas, so to prevent these from happening. This socialisation checklist can be found on the Animal Behaviour Australia website on our learning zone. So just jump onto the website, hit into the learning zone, and you'll find the socialisation checklist for you to download. The reason why I've made this video today is because I'm really passionate about preventative behaviour work. So I really want to be able to get in there whilst you've got a new puppy and teach you how to avoid common problem behaviours that I see every day. Yeah, and you can do that quite easily. This is a great tool for you to be able to use to prevent you from having behavioural issues such as nervousness, anxiety, fears and phobias, if you put this tool to use appropriately within the sensitive period of development. I look forward to helping you in the future if you need to, but I hope not to have to. So this is an exciting time that you have ahead of you with your puppy. So I hope that you have a fantastic time working on this and really have fun with it, because it can be a fun thing as well. And you've got exciting times ahead. Enjoy your new puppy.